Well, it started on the floor on the Impala ECU, and then it started in the car with the Impala ECU. Let's see if we can get the whole thing running on the truck ECU. I'll start out by showing you some temporary wiring. This is the hookup for the fuel pump. Beautiful, ain't it? And we got a power lead here for the starter and all that, and a power lead going to the computer and the engine. So that should be all it takes to start. I know the fuel pump works, and I know the starter will turn just a little bit. That's all I know so far. We are temporarily wired up for a start. This will clip to here. That gives me ignition on. This is my starter. That camera is going to be the general overview. I'm going to keep this camera on, carry it around with me in case I see anything interesting. Hopefully this thing fires up and starts, doesn't catch itself on fire or anything crazy like that. We don't have any fuel leaks, so I'm ready to try it here in a couple minutes. All right, let's hook up a battery and see what happens. I'm going to run the fuel pump for a few seconds. That'll put some pressure in the lines. I just want to try cranking it over and see if I get a pop out of it or what happens. It is jacked up off the ground, so the wheels are off the ground. Hold on, forgot one wire. Have to also hook this wire right here up. All right, there we go. Now we might get something. Should hear a relay click. Yep. All right, it cranks. Now we'll try it with fuel. Fuel on. Ouch. Just hit my leg on the lift again. It's about the 5th time today. All right, something doesn't have power that's supposed to have power, I guess. Back to the drawing board. This is about the point that I should have figured out that it had all gone wrong. We'll crank on a little bit more, just see what happens. Hey, wait a minute. I got a fuse here that's dead. Okay, I got a dead fuse. It can't be that simple, and it wasn't. Well, I shouldn't say dead fuse, but I've got a dead circuit. If I touch that, it cranks. If I touch that, oh, wait a minute, it's live now, what the heck? Before, every time I touched that, nothing happened. Alrighty, now I guess it's time to start probing wires and figure out what doesn't have power that's supposed to have power. And we'll be back. All right, I'm going to bring the main camera with me for this one. This is good. This is great. Didn't even have these plugged in all the way. What the hell? Let's try that. All right, take 2 with the PCM actually connected. Let's see what happens this time. Power. Crank. All right. No poppy without a fuel pump, but we haven't had an injector signal yet. So now with a little bit of fuel pump pressure and contact, nothing. With a improvised spark tester and a homemade Droid light out of a LED light strip, I get down to some serious testing. Well, I have an injector signal, but I have no spark. So we'll take the Droid light and we'll test to see if the spark has power, ground, and a pulse. If I take this hot wire, the pink wire, and jump to ground here, the light lights up. I also have ground on the brown wire, which is supposed to be another ground. But to the black wire, I don't have ground. So I've traced this wire back, and I removed a wire from the wiring harness right here. Just this one black wire that went somewhere, I don't know. But following this other black wire, the only thing my coils are grounded to is each other. So I'm going to hook this to a ground and see what we get. Alright, I have twisted a ground wire together, so I have ground to my coils now. And I'm confident that probably nothing's going to happen, but I've turned on the camera just in case. So let's hook up power to the ignition, and let's try cranking it and take a look at our little sparky plug. Woohoo! Spark. Okay, let's turn on a fuel pump and see what happens. Fuel pump on. Three, two, one. Woohoo! It's alive! Just because of a ground wire. Ain't that a beauty? All right, because I know you want to hear this, we're going to rev it a little bit. Oh, gotta have fuel. I think the cam sensor is bad because it doesn't crank very easy and it backfires when it cranks. Test, test. All right, let's see if it moves. All right, here we go. We don't have an ignition switch yet, but we have a fuel pump relay. So everything starts when I hook up the ignition switch alligator clip, and we're going to see if it moves. Keeping in mind, of course, that it only has brakes on the front wheel, so let's not do anything stupid. Yep, feels like it's got brakes. All right. Switch on, contact. Neutral. Drive. It's moving. Neutral. Reverse. Neutral. Oh, I still got my accelerator pedal extension taped on. Don't need that anymore. Throttle works. Did somebody say you've only got brakes on the front wheels, so don't do anything stupid? Oh well. It runs, it moves. All right. Well, that's a wrap. I guess I can call this a success. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Did somebody say you've only got brakes on the front wheels, don't do anything stupid?